You are now entering the Who's House podcast. Strap in for the ride.
Shout out to the new Houdini/Dro collab.
WHOO Kid, you started off where? At G-Unit Radio, right?
Yep.
It's the best new strain out there.
Yeah, I got kidnapped from the other channel. You know, I was at Hot. I think you used to listen to me while out, and you told me, Paul was like, yo, why don't you come over here with your idioticness.
This podcast is sponsored by the Red Chicks. It's the crunchiest hot chicken out there. The Red Chicks locations are growing in California and Texas.
He's who man.
Go visit theredchicks.com.
When you're like 70, bro, is it still gonna be WHOO Kid?
You know what? I'm taking stem cells now, so it's reversing my insides.
Oh, well, I actually believe him. Have you seen him?
Hey, yo.
He looks like he's 14.
That's my secret.
Stem cells.
Yeah, that's it right there.
I have not seen WHOO Kid in about 20 years.
I thought you were doing like some crazy kind of potions or something.
No. It's just stem cells and water. Drink the water. You know what I'm saying? Look at M. M's been through like. I don't even think you transformed. You just upgraded. Like you have a glow when I see you.
Yeah, and he died twice.
I basically, yeah.
God, it's fucking. You know what's crazy? 2004, man. How did this idea start to start your own channel?
The legend has it that Jimmy Iovine and Scott Greenstein, who's the head of programming over there at SiriusXM, were having a conversation, and Jimmy, I think at the time, wanted to do Interscope Radio. They were friends, and he said, "Listen, we can't do a record label radio station, but we really want to start doing some artist-focused stations. Who do you have in mind? Who would be good?" And they were like, "Well, the best person to do this with would be Eminem." So that's how it came about. And they came to me, and Jimmy,
that's the best idea they could come up with.
I mean, listen, it lasted 20 years, so I think it was a pretty good one. So Jimmy came to me, and I went to M, and Jimmy helped us, get it off the ground with Scott, and here we are.
Amazing, man. How does it feel, M, to be the first rapper with your own channel?
Oh,
all right.
All right, we're moving right along here. So
no, it's there's been a lot of different stations that came and went, and whether it's satellite or internet or whatever the case may be, but most of them don't have like the extent of programming that we have, and live DJs, and people throughout the day live, and the only stuff that's really recorded for us is overnights and our specialty programs like this one, but they don't have as much original content as we do, and they're like, we'll do like there'll be Beach Boys radio, and they'll just play Beach Boys records, and that's it. But this is like a real station.
Did you love the fact that you have a channel and you were enjoying it in the privacy of your truck or home? Or
I still haven't listened to it yet.
Come on.
Damn.
No, but I'm going to though.
Get out of here.
No, seriously. I told Paul this week I'm gonna listen to it. Nah, it's dope, bro. It's like it's a way to I don't know, man. I feel like it's very, you know what I'm saying? Word.
All right.
Do you know that you opened the doors for like L Cool J, like these like Drake radio, like, you got OVO radio, you got Rock the Bells. Like we started like this revolution of like all these new channels that's popping right now. Do you know this?
We were like the first ones.
I think we were, if not the first, one of the first artist-based stations. Certainly, I think the first rapper-based station. But when we had the opportunity, it to me it was clear what we needed to do, and that was make something that didn't sound like everything else, right? So we had to be different than terrestrial radio. So we didn't want to make the same playlists and play the same records that they did. So we shine a light on the stuff that we like and the stuff that maybe doesn't get as much exposure other places. But mostly we try to be really, really early on things too. So by the time, like, if there's a hit that's playing, on one of the other FM stations, sometimes we're already off it. Like we're done with it and we moved on to something else.
And when we started this station, we also just planned to play my records. Right? So now that it's branched out into other shit, I'm kind of not digging that. I thought Paul told me and we can have this channel and it'll just play your music 24/7. And that's why I agreed to do it. And then all of a sudden it changed, and now I don't know what happened, but it's too late now, right, Paul?
Yeah, so we could get exposure for, you know, people like West Side Boogie, and we were real early on, I think, Dave East, right?
Yep, Wiz Khalifa, Action Bronson. I mean, you were first, you know, in the beginnings of Kendrick Lamar's career, TDE. I mean, you guys, you know, you gave a lot of artists shots that they probably wouldn't get from regular radio.
Yeah, I mean, that's an amazing thing, because those are all great artists, and, you know, to be able to give them a platform is
it's a dope
incredible.
way to be able to give back to the culture that made us.
Unlike anything else on the air, for sure.
It's very rooted.
Yeah.
Are you going to get more interesting?
The whole, yeah, what are you talking about? I'm fucking interesting just sitting here. Look at me.
I got a question for M. With all these amazing hosts and all this exclusive music and different genres. You know, all these
UFOs in different area codes.
He's determined to ruin this.
Was SHADE45 a way for Eminem to, you know, to not only see what's new, what's out there, how to assimilate with the times, to convert with the changing of the guards, the music? Like, did you use the channel when you're hearing all this new music? Was that like a learning process for you, Eminem?
There's a lot of shit that we do on our station that I find out about from our station. Like, in other words,
like discovering music and stuff like that.
Discovering music, new shit. I'll listen to it and be like, "Oh, what the fuck was that?" And then I can call Paul and be like, "Yo."
Yeah, and a lot of it is because the freedom that we give the DJs. There's no playlists, right?
Fire.
You just have to be within the genre and play the kind of stuff that you know that our audience wants to hear. So I discover stuff like that. He calls me all the time. He'll say, like, "I heard, you know, such and such record. What was that?" And I mean, that's amazing.
Or somebody was rapping on Sway in the morning, and I'm like, "Oh shit!" Like the
freestyles,
the
right?
freestyle, the freestyle shit, like all that kind of shit, like.
It's been amazing, and like for us to be discovering music on our own station, like, think about that.
I mean, it led to signings, like it led to like events. I mean, did it change like one of your writing days because you heard somebody amazing? You're like, oh my god, I gotta.
Yeah, he'll call me and be like, "Oh, can't use that song. Somebody got my bars."
Oh, that shit happens all the time.
Damn.
Like, bro, every time, every punchline you can think of, every set of any wordplay, anything has already been done. Like every time I listen to a new rapper that's like, I don't know, so a lot of the rappers that are already out now, but also like some of the up and comers, like I'll be like, oh shit. I don't care if I don't, like, if this is the first time I heard of somebody, if they say the same kind of punchline like I had, I'm like, well, scratch that one out my book.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he goes in that kind of detail. Just if he's heard somebody say it and they haven't heard his song, he'll make changes.
Yep. Where is that M Bible at? Where do you hide this book in your house?
I have several books actually. Like I have fucking stacks and stacks of books. I remember who told me, I think it was Alchemist told me this crazy story about KRS-One, and that he came into the studio with like a bag full of books. And I was like, yo, that's so crazy. This is 20 years ago. He told me this story. He was like, yo, you should have seen KRS-One was like, and he was just picking up a book and like reading raps off the paper. And I was like, how the fuck does he have that many books? Now I have that many books.
Wow. You got to have a career long enough to have that many books, right?
Yeah, now I save every book. I used to not. I used to just take a piece of paper if it was just sitting there on the table and just write on it, stick it in my pocket. Now I keep them in books. So I got fucking bags full of books now, like KRS-One probably has. Now KRS-One probably has twice as many books than I have because he had twice as many back then.
Right. Do you think you and KRS-One might ever trade books?
Uh-oh.
That'd be great.
That'd be incredible, right?
Yeah.
We should find out. Just one for one, so you can see what his looks like, and we can see what he can see what yours looks like. Pause.
No one will ever understand what is in my book because it's just scribble scrabble. Like fucking, like, you don't even know, nothing's really connected. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just me writing the thought down as soon as I get it so I don't forget it. So it just looks like a bunch of fucking scribble scrabble.
He's not lying. It's like chicken scratch. I mean, you can see some of it. We put out a book a while back called The Way I Am, and it had a lot of his lyric pages in there. And
I don't know why I did that. I should have never did that.
No, it's incredible. Those are they're like works of art. They're super interesting to look at. But you can go and look at them and see what he's talking about, and it's just these sort of amazing. It almost looks like Beautiful Mind, the way that it's all like chaotic and it's like organized chaos.
Yeah, because I know where it's at on the paper, and I remember, and I can't memorize everything I write, but I'll remember if it's 6 books ago that I was writing in. I'll remember which side of the page this little rhyme scheme was that I was working on one day. Because sometimes I'll make rhyme schemes and I'll be like, I'll never use it. And then sometimes I'll be like, oh shit, a couple years ago, I remember this thing I was thinking of, oh, let me go find that. So then I got to go back like 5 books and it takes like a half a day to go back and remember what the fuck I was talking about on that day. But I'll be like, I remember I had something that was, oh shit, I could use that. But it's really hard to find. So, and when you're going through the book, there's like fucking spaghetti stain on it on the page. Like eating spaghetti, fucking mom spaghetti.
There you go.
Not to plug, like fucking yogurt stain.
He eats a lot of yogurt.
I see.
He got mad at me because I took one of his yogurts.
What?
I'm not playing. He's like, yo.
That's my favorite kind.
I only have so many yogurts. I'm only here for a couple days.
I'm like,
so many yogurts.
I'm like, why can't you eat the shitty flavor that I don't eat? Why you gotta eat
one fucking yogurt?
Yeah, and it was my favorite one.
Is it strawberry?
Was it mixed berry?
I don't know, something like that. I can't remember.
God.
You got something, Lloyd here?
Yo, I got and remember when I had Redman come up and you called up on the radio and y'all was talking together? That shit was very cool, yo.
Oh yeah.
Redman.
Reggie Noble.
Redman.
Yes, bro. Yes. Huge Redman fan. I asked him if he, I told him I took a picture. I went to go see the Outsiders in Jersey years ago, 97, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And me and Pace, we picked up Pace 1 and we went around the corner. We went around the corner to Redman's house. And I was sitting in the car and I was looking out the back window at Redman's house. I had one of those little instant cameras and shit. And I took a picture of his house.
Was that the house that was on the MTV Cribs?
I don't know. Nah, I don't think so. But it was in Jersey.
Where's that picture?
So I don't know where it's at now. I lost it again.
Man.
But the reason he was on the station, I had just happened to come across that picture a couple days before that. And I was like, oh shit, I should call him and ask him if he'll sign that for me because.
Oh man,
but now I don't know where the picture is again.
Hey yo, LL, what's up? This Jason from Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Hey yo, you know what I'm saying? Hey, check this out. Yo, LL Cool J, you know what I'm saying?
This Slim Jason.
It's Slim Jason from Miami. Why do I sound like a parody of me trying to do an imitation of me?
Yo, it reminds me of the Stretch Armstrong days right there.
Oh, God,
The skits.
Met a retarded kid named Greg with a wooden leg.
Chopped it off and beat him over the fucking head with the bag.
With the bed with the keg.
With the bag.
Woke up with the 40.
Mixed it with Alka-Seltzer and Formula 44D. Why was I rapping like this? Every time I would rap like this, it didn't really make any sense because it would always roll off the tongue like this.
That was your style. That's how you kept people on the edge of their seat. They didn't know what you were going to say.
But that's how I used to like sound out the words in my head. Go to bed with the bag. Go to bed with the keg. I'm like, I need a bed with a bag. Oh, go to bed with the keg. Here, I got it. Okay.
Yo, what's like one of your, other than the LLs, another moment here that stood out to you on Shade, an interview or a performance?
I got one.
We don't care about you, Paul.
Well, damn.
Okay, tell me, what's yours?
Damn.
My favorite moment of all time in Shade 45 was any moment that's playing my song.
Good answer.
Great answer. I think that we can talk about something happened and it became like a worldwide meme. And it happened on our station. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Awfully Hot Coffee Pot?
No, that didn't happen on our station.
Sway.
There you go. What we're talking about is the time that an artist formerly known as Kanye West was on SHADE45 on Sway in the Morning.
And he didn't have the answers.
And Sway apparently didn't have the answers.
Wow.
And it was such a famous interview that people made T-shirts, and people even say now, like when you're questioning somebody, you can just randomly say, "How, Sway?"
Right.
Like you can just reference that and people know what you're talking about.
I love that our station is that big that we can get people like Kanye West on it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, we have a North American platform. It's bigger than, it's a potentially bigger audience than any other terrestrial radio station, depending upon how many people.
He keeps saying terrestrial. You hear him? He's triggering me right now. You're trying to trigger me, bro.
Yeah, don't forget the Canadians, Paul.
I said North America. That's Canada.
Bad. Excuse me.
Last time I checked.
My bad.
Last time that I checked.
Can I give you my 3 big moments, and M is involved in all
this?
Whoa.
Pause. Hey, yo. Tell us one really big moment.
It was very, very big. All right. Eminem, 50 Cent, and I snuck in Charlie Murphy in the interview.
Oh shit! I remember that.
What? I don't remember.
Charlie Murphy came on. You called
Charlie
him
Murphy.
G-Unit Radio, right?
Yes.
And Charlie Murphy came on.
I did. I called him.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Why would I not remember that?
Do you have that? Can we play that after?
Was I on drugs? Because if I was, it doesn't count.
No, you weren't on drugs. No, you
yes,
were
I
sober.
was.
And we can't really talk about what happened that day because in these times is very sensitive. So that's one big moment. And let me give you one.
Where's that moment at? Can we play it? Do we have it?
Yeah, we have that. We have that audio.
Because I don't remember that at all. Like literally, I don't.
You said something that got me in trouble with an artist.
I did.
Yeah.
What I say that you stole their music?
No.
Oh.
Something you said, and then you and 50 Cent and Charlie Murphy was laughing, including Paul. I don't mean to snitch on you, Paul, but everybody was laughing, and then I laughed, and then this certain individual was like, "I can't believe it. I thought you were my brother," and blah blah blah, whatever. And then
he'll play it. It'll all come.
Did I snitch? I snitched, didn't I?
Yeah. No. We'll play it, and then you can hear it. All right. And Chris
Snitches
Pratt.
get stitches, bro.
Oh, Chris Pratt. Yeah. That was on your show too, right? I would like to call all of the moments that are your favorite were on your show.
Yeah. So Chris Pratt, Guardians of the Galaxy. It was me and Reef, and we threatened him. He was like, "Yo," he said, "I used to smoke weed and rap Eminem joints all day." We were like, "Yeah, right." So he forgot about Dre from beginning to end.
He sure
and that
did.
went so viral that he put it on his own page.
Yeah, that was dope. I seen that.
So see, I'm glad Eminem saw that.
Nowadays, everybody want to talk. They got something to say, but nothing comes out when they move the lips. It's a bunch of gibberish. They forgot about Dre.
Well, because he was rapping my lyrics, so of course I'm gonna know.
That was good, right?
That was amazing, Paul.
Very, very amazing.
You tricked me
It's
so
a
well.
combination of my voice and Big Bird, and it makes Eminem.
Paul used to lay my reference tracks for me.
Right.
He used to lay my reference vocals, how I should say
It
it.
all comes out in the wash.
Have I been saying it all these years, Paul? Have I been saying it like you wrote it, or am I off slightly each time?
No, you do a pretty good job.
And can I please give you the final one, please? This is from a female.
Okay.
All right. The biggest artist ever used to be on my show, dancing professionally, like, Broadway dancing, if you know what I mean. Cardi B was on my show every week. Yes, every week. So for some reason, she came during October, during our birthday month. Remember, all of us is born in October, including M.
Wait, that's you and Cardi and Marshall are all born in October?
Yeah, we're all like, ugh. Yeah, so the first thing she said before the interview started, which I couldn't believe, she was like, "Yo, I love Eminem."
Yep.
And I
saw that too.
Yeah, I don't care about what's going on right now. I just came here to tell you, who kid, that I love Eminem. I don't care what you got to ask me.
We love Cardi.
I love Cardi too.
Yeah, see, that's great. Thank you.
You know why?
That's it.
Because she does not give a fuck.
Not one.
And she says exactly what's on her mind and is not afraid of nobody.
Yeah, she's like,
I used to be like that.
Why we never had a rap battle on the air?
I don't have all the answers.
Thank you. Next question. All right.
Tony,
Love it.
Tony,
You want to battle him on the air?
Yeah, just like
You want to battle me on the air? You better skedaddle.
Yeah. You got
Battle me, you better skedaddle. It's our anniversary. Did you plan the worst for me?
Oh, it's too old now to battle. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, man. This is your moment. Yo,
Yeah. You asked.
And
you asked
was
for
my
it. Here it is.
friend. And was my friend asked for a pen. He said, "No, get out of here." Yeah, you know.
And the winner is.
Was that a rap?
I don't know what the fuck.
Is that a bar? Was that a like half a bar?
I know. I took a shit and came back and just wrote that.
And how come every time I freestyle, I rap like this and I go senile?
Ah, damn.
I think you
I got another one.
You put yourself back in that headspace when you.
I
were
do
back then,
when I used to battle,
and your voice sounded like that. That's why.
all right.
I'll battle anybody.
freestyling is like a muscle. You have to train your brain. Like I haven't done it in so long that when you don't do it for a while, you get rusty at it. But like I think back to that time period, and I would practice freestyling so much that it would come out easier.
Hey,
You know what I mean? It would come out way easier.
So,
And it would sound a lot bigger.
but isn't it so also like riding a bike in a sense? Like you don't
It
sort of never
is.
forget how to do it.
You don't forget how to do it, but you get rusty, so you have
Right.
to practice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Here's my question, man. You know, I've asked this before. 50 Cent Eminem album.
Okay, what's your question, DJ Who Man?
Collab album. Will I see that in the future? And I've been dying. All the fans, everybody in every channel here asks the same question. Whether it's me, whether it's Sway, whether it's Lord Sear, whoever. Everybody asks that question. Is M and 50 Cent doing an album?
That would be great. I mean, I think that we just gotta stop bullshitting and just do it.
I would love to hear it too. So whenever you guys are ready, we'll put it out.
I would never say it's not possible. Shit. I mean,
I would love for that to happen.
That would be gangster.
yes, that would be very, very dope.
Your favorite boxer, Mike Tyson versus Eminem. Is that next? Because I heard through the rumor mill.
bro, that guy would hit me one time and I'd fucking die. So
I guess that's it.
yeah. So I'm down.
So let's go to music. Let's just play some M and 50 songs.
I'm down to fight Mike Tyson if he can't hit me.
Play patiently waiting. That is the absolute best.
Fire.
And thank you, Paul, for having me in that mix. I'm actually part of that moment. You know, that
And
was
thank
amazing.
you for stealing so much of our music, Who Kid.
Yes.
Which moment? Which moment?
No, when we performed it, that's the only music video that's out. The performance.
The performance of Patiently Waiting?
Yeah, when he came out, and then we all had do rags.
Oh, you mean at Summer Jam?
No, at the State Theater in Detroit. The music video. Did you know that's the music video for it?
No, it's not.
I know I'm not teaching Paul something right
It's
now.
not the music video. The official music video?
Is it?
There
Feels
is no
like it.
official music video.
That is
You're saying the State Theater performance of
is the music
Waiting
video.
is
Yes.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, all of us had do-rag. Why do we all have do-rags at the same time?
Because that's what was happening.
Because we got the memo. Everyone texted each other, even though there wasn't texting back then. Everyone texted each other and said, "Yo, I'm gonna wear a do-rag today. You gonna wear?" Okay, I said, "I'm gonna wear a bandana."
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
And we have another historical moment too. Tony Touch cut his, what happened to your tail, man?
That long hair
your
shit?
ponytail's gone too at that time. Same moment. We did that, and then, Tony cut his shit off.
You remember that?
Yeah, that
Was it the
amazing.
same time frame?
Yeah, same time frame. Because he had a do-rag and the tail was gone.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Damn, we're getting old.
That was a fun time. I actually remember that show, which is really weird because I don't remember many shows before that. But I remember, like, that was right around the time. That was towards the beginning when we first signed 50.
Yeah.
Yes, it
well,
was.
I mean, yeah. He
And we had,
we packed that place out. That was wild.
it was a fun time. That was the funnest time to me in hip hop was when we first signed 50. And remember, we was popping.
Yeah, it was a great time.
We definitely had some things popping.
Yeah, we used to be really cool, man. I don't know what the fuck happened.
Well, I'm still cool.
Paul is what happened, people. So if you wonder why,
You know I'm editing all of this out.
no, you're not. Who Kid? Don't let him do it, bro.
You hear that, Ron? You heard from the boss.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool.
Moving on.
Okay. And G-Unit Radio came into play. And how was that, Paul? That whole experience of us starting that whole new movement.
50, you know, has his own movement, right? So we wanted to give him an opportunity to have a platform for that as well. So we figured what better place to do it than with us. So he was on, I think, initially, it was the whole weekend, right? Saturday and Sunday.
Yes. Yes.
And that's, you know, you came in to sort of run that. And that lasted for what, 10 years?
10 years of him brutally dissing all the artists out there. You gave him a platform.
Yeah. And that was before Instagram. So
yes,
that's where he used to do that.
You know, I always wanted to ask M how, you know, dealing with 50, man. He respects the fact that you accepted all the beef and all the chaos that he had going on. Like, you know, what made you go that route? You know, some people wouldn't go that route. You know,
I don't know. I think me and Fifth connected like from the first time we met, and I think that you know, I was a fan before we actually got a chance to sign him. So like when we met that first time, I remember like I was rapping his whole mixtape to him and shit. And he was just looking at me, and I was like, this dude probably thinks I'm fucking crazy.
Yeah. A little bit.
But yeah, man, I didn't care back then. I just was like, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we the way me and him connected, and how fun it was to like make songs and shit, and how quick we were making them. Like I was just ready, you know, like let's go.
And Paul, being the manager, like how did you react to that? Like, you know,
well,
is your client.
Yeah, I mean, look, for
Bro,
me,
you know, I didn't give a fuck back then.
He didn't give a fuck, but I certainly had, you know, other ways of thinking about it. And the way I saw it was, 50 was so talented, and it was such an undeniable thing to me that he was going to be a massive artist that, you know, you sort of take the little bit of the bad with the good, right? I knew that the talent would win out, and that he was going to be huge. So that's why I just decided, hey, man, let's buckle down and ride. Pause. And by the way, that's 20 years of Rain Man.
By the way, Skylar Grey.
20 years of Rain Man.
20 years of Rain Man.
Rain Man was fresh.
So I don't hate that song, bro.
Dr. Dre.
I don't hate that song.
It's a great song.
There's some songs on there that I do hate, but there's some songs on there that I don't hate.
Well, don't ruin anybody's image of your songs by specifying which ones you hate. But which ones do you love? What's your favorite records from Encore?
Yellow Brick Road, Toy Soldiers.
I'll tell you a record from Encore that has had a second life 20 years later.
Mockingbird.
Yep. Mockingbird.
Yes.
You know, that album actually would have been right there with the Eminem show if we hadn't had those leaks. Because if Bully would have been on there, I saw 50 was talking about something like that in an interview recently about the massacre. And
I think he gave some songs away.
Yeah.
So
he had I guess that would be a similar situation when we had the leaks, because Bully, the Cannabis song,
We As Americans,
Bully, We As Americans, Love You More.
There's an intruder.
Yeah, and I had 7 songs from it
that
leaked.
Yeah,
and it was half the album. So I had to go back.
Was that Who Kid?
If that wouldn't have happened, if that would not have happened,
wow.
If the leaks wouldn't have happened, and it would have been the best song, it would have been the best songs from Encore. Would have made it with those songs, and then it would have been definitely a more solid.
Still a
project.
great album. And what happened?
I don't hate that album, by the way. I don't hate it. I hate when I think back to that time where I was at in life. Like I hated, like what I was doing as far as
drugs.
Drugs and just where I was at personally with that and going back to that time. Like I still like I cringe when I think about that shit, but I don't hate the actual body of work. There's a couple songs that were probably a little too goofy. I should have left off, but for the most part, I'm still happy with that album. I don't think it matched the caliber of the Eminem show, but there was still some songs on there that I really did put a lot into. So,
I mean, one good thing about Encore is started when the channel started.
Yeah.
That's one thing I could connect with that album. Like, we started blasting those songs.
Yeah, launched that fall that we launched the album. That's true.
That's right. I like the ass like that. Oh, yeah.
With the Shady National Convention.
Hey, yo, that was lit.
And if WHOO Kid wouldn't have leaked all them songs.
No.
Oh, God damn, son.
I know I didn't leak it because I got hired to run your channel on the weekend, so I know I didn't do that.
Well, if I wouldn't have been doing all that mixtape shit for WHOO Kid,
thank you.
I would have had more time to focus on my own projects. You know what I mean, Paul?
Oh, shit. Shout out to Jimmy Iovine.
When all else fails, blame WHOO Kid.
Yeah.
And now that he's WHOO Man, he can't be tried as a juvenile anymore.
Right.
What?
You're no longer a juvenile offender. You will be considered an adult in the court of law, and you will be held to an adult standards with adult penalties.
So if you're mad at something that happens in my career,
oh God,
and you don't want to blame Paul, blame WHOO Kid.
Fuck out.
All the cool shit that happens in my career and all the cool shit that I do and the great shit that I do happens from me. Slim Shady.
Yo, so
dead,
are you excited? Are you excited about the Grammy nominations? Like, how you feeling about that, man? All these years later,
especially he hated the Grammys for a while. I'm so happy that they came up to. You know, they got with it now.
Let's see who wins some Grammys this year before we answer that. And I'm not talking about Marshall necessarily.
I mean, it's very stiff competition. Kendrick is gonna sweep that shit.
Ooh.
Kendrick should win some awards, and I'm not talking about the categories that you're in necessarily.
He's going to, and he should.
He definitely should, but let's see what happens. That's what I'm saying. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, speaking of Kendrick, we've had some incredible moments here on Toka Tuesdays. I had an episode with Kendrick, and Cedric the Entertainer was my co-host.
So random.
Random as hell. Cedric
random.
just was at
Kendrick and Cedric kind of rhyme, so
yeah. That was a hell of a show, a hell of a freestyle he did. And then of course another time Kendrick up here with the whole TDE crew. Another monumental moment here on SHADE45. He was up here with J-Rock and you know, Absol. And
are we gonna play that?
We should get into that. Let's do that.
Are we gonna say goodbye now or when we come back?
Yeah, let's come back and hold hands and kiss everybody goodbye.
Kumbaya, son.
let's
right here.